feel like we're doing like an apron fashion show right now.
Oh, I love my apron. It has cats on it.
Yeah, but you got polka dots. What do I have? What is this?
It's
boring. That's
manly,
what it is.
Well, I like the leather detail.
All right, there you go. All right,
We'll jazz it up next time.
There you go, jazz it up. Hey, we're in the cafe right now. We're cooking up something good, but we're really not really cooking. It is summertime. It's hot, so we want something cool, right?
Yes, we have nutritionist Sara Sullivan here, and I can smell peanut butter. I'm sensing this is sort of maybe a Thai-inspired dish.
It is. This is a cold peanut noodle salad. I've had this on repeat for years,
Yum.
and it's finally time to share it with you guys.
It's easy, so even Katie and I can like make it.
Well, we're going to see.
We're gonna see.
I don't know.
Challenge is on. There you go.
First up, we're going to cook some noodles. Now,
Okay.
I did 8 ounces of soba noodles. These are buckwheat. It's a Japanese noodle. And despite the name, buckwheat is actually gluten-free. So if you have anybody in your family that avoids gluten, if you don't, you can always just use spaghetti. So use whatever you have on hand.
Sounds good.
And we're just going to cook these. It takes about 8 to 10 minutes. And we'll drain them and put them in a bowl. Next up, we're going to cut some cabbage, purple cabbage. Are either of you intimidated by this?
I actually eat cabbage so much that I'm not, but I could understand why someone could be.
Do you want me to try cutting that or something?
I'm going to have you cut this, but I'll show you first. We just cut the
How
end
to
off
cut
so
it?
it sits nice and evenly on the cutting board. And then we're going to cut it in half. You got to really throw some muscle in there.
Man, I haven't been to the gym in a while, so.
And then we're just going to cut it into quarters. And we probably only need half of a cabbage for this recipe because we're going to use about 4 cups. So Jeff, I'm going to have you go ahead and slice this, and you're just
just like that?
That's kind of how I do it.
like thin, nice little ribbons,
Like almost shaved a little bit. Yes.
Oh, that's
bite
doable.
size.
Okay,
You
just
can
like
do
that.
this.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, you're cutting that, Katie. I'm going to have you slice the pepper. And we talked about the technique last time I was in, so we're going to test your skills.
Okay, so I think I do something like this.
Yeah.
The key is to go around the seeds, I believe.
Yep, you're just going to go right around the seeds, and you cut the end off again just so it stands up nice and tall onto your cutting board.
So there we got
and you just go right around, and you're going to end up with the core in the
underneath.
center, and you can just discard the seeds, and then we're going to slice those into thin strips as well.
Okay.
So far, so good. No injuries yet.
Oop, yeah, look at you go.
All right, now what do we do after this? Now I got them all. Do I do it the other way now?
Yeah, cut it in half just to
Like
make
this?
it more like bite size.
Okay, like that.
You can really use your artistic
Should mine be
license.
long, like long strips?
I like them in long strips.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I'm making a mess.
You need a bigger cutting board, don't you?
Is it supposed to stay on the cutting board? It's all over the stove now.
Right?
It's a good thing we don't have the stove on.
I know. And then
All right, so
when
how's
you're
that?
done cutting it, it looks good, Jeff. Let's
All right,
pop
sounds
it
good.
right into the bowl.
Pop it in, pop.
And look at all those beautiful colors. So
yeah.
the cabbage is super high in fiber, high in antioxidants, and it's great for inflammation as well. So
Delicious.
it's superfood.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. And while you add that in, Katie, you're going to keep working on the pepper. I'm going to show you how to cut some cilantro.
Oh,
And I add the pepper as I go.
Yep.
But
Now-
cilantro's kind of a love-hate thing, right?
It really is.
Some people
why
think
is
it
that?
tastes like soap.
Yeah.
Right, and that's really, it's a genetic variation, and about 10% of the population has that. So if by any chance you taste soap, you don't care for it, just use basil, parsley, whatever you have on hand. So we're just going to cut the ends off, the thick ends, but we're going to leave the top stems on. And we just kind of roll it into a little bunch, and we're just going to slice. It doesn't have to be super fine, and we'll put this right in. Again, cilantro loaded with antioxidants. It also binds to heavy metals in the body and carries them out of your system.
So they look good, and look at it. Look at the colors we got.
No,
the
it's
red,
pretty,
the purple, and now a little green right there. I'm going to put that on the side just because we can see
Done
the
with
colors.
the pepper, I think.
Okay, next on the agenda is to make this peanut sauce. It is so delicious, it makes cardboard taste good.
Are you really?
As my mom would say, I could eat it. If it was on a shoe, I would eat it.
All right, so we're not going to eat cardboard or a shoe on the show today. So,
Loading up with veggies.
All right, how do we make this?
Okay, so in the cup, we've got 3/4 of a cup of all natural peanut butter.
Yep.
Okay.
Jeff, you can add in the juice of 1 lime.
1 lime.
Give it that
Okay.
nice, bright flavor. I'll have you add in 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar.
Can you drink this too or not?
No. Well, you could drink the sauce. It's
I
that
don't
good.
know if you
And then, Katie, I'll have you add in 3 tablespoons of tamari or soy sauce, whichever you have on hand is going to give it all that nice
What's the
salty,
difference?
umami flavor. The tamari is gluten-free.
Okay.
So, and I know we have some people here at the station that are gluten-free, and I like to feed them after, so that's why we're going
And
with
they are
tamari.
so appreciative
Including
of
our
that.
director over there, right there,
Yes,
waving his hands. He's going, I'm eating today.
You're going to love this. Okay, is this sesame
okay, that's
oil?
toasted sesame oil, 2 tablespoons, and you really don't want to skimp on that because that flavor is just, it makes the entire dish. And you can find that at pretty much any grocery store. We're going to do a little bit of garlic, however much you like.
Or a lot of garlic.
I know,
How
I
much do you
love
like?
garlic,
There's
so I like to do a
one.
lot.
Oh, should we go for 2?
just do
Oh,
it.
1 and a half.
1 and a half,
All right,
okay.
And last but not least, Jeff, I'll have you add, just eyeball it, maybe a tablespoon of maple syrup, a tablespoon.
You trust me? How much again?
A tablespoon, not the whole container.
Not a
for
heavy
sure.
pour.
There
you
you
go.
go. All right, that's all right.
Perfect.
All right,
Can I
okay.
whisk?
Yep, you can whisk
Okay.
it up.
What's
and
what
in
is
that
this?
measuring cup, it's a little bit of hot water.
Oh,
In
okay.
case we need it.
Depending on the consistency of your peanut butter, this one was pretty runny, but if yours isn't, then I just recommend adding a little bit of hot
Okay,
water
that's
in there.
fine.
But that looks like a pretty good consistency.
Yeah, it does.
Or is it all in the whipping? She's got that down.
I know.
It's all on the wrist.
Yeah.
Looks really good. Well, you blend that. I'm going to add in a shredded carrot.
All right.
Jeff, you can add in some green onions.
Onions.
And then
When
we'll
do the
garnish it with the peanuts.
Oh,
we'll
the-
add
at
the
the end,
sauce
okay.
first.
So yeah.
But this sauce is great even with like grilled chicken kebabs or veggies to dip.
Oh, yeah.
So look at the thickness. Do you think we need
Maybe
to
we
add some
do
hot
want-
water in there? A little
yeah,
bit?
maybe
Little
a
bit?
little bit.
All right, I promise just a
Yeah,
little
just because you don't want it to be like
right.
super. We trust you with that.
I know.
We don't want it to be super clumpy. So
Right. You want it to be a sauce, not like a paste, I
Yeah.
guess.
And I mean,
Okay.
everybody has their own personal.
Oh, careful,
Sorry.
making a mess.
Woo, whisking a little too
Everyone-
much there. Okay.
Clean up on aisle
I
5.
think we're good now.
All right.
Right.
So you
good?
can
So-
just toss
okay.
all of that
All right, here we
right
go.
into this dish. And this is a great recipe because it will hold up well in the fridge for 4 to 5 days. So it's also really good for meal prep. You can use it as a vegetarian, a hearty vegetarian main, or you can serve it with your favorite grilled protein. Jeff, give it a
I
good
mean,
mix.
I kind of hate to mix it up because it kind of looks
I know,
nice.
but it
I
has
feel-
a big blob on top.
I know, but I feel like I'm going to make a mess out of it, so we'll give
You'll
it a
be fine.
try.
Just-
All
we
right,
know
sounds
you
good.
are.
I know.
We're okay with
I'm
that.
a mess for sure. Oops, jeez.
So
Here, why don't
hold
you
it.
stir and I'll hold on to this. How's
Okay,
that?
okay.
Give it a good mix.
I
All right, we
know.
got some
It
carrots
is
on the
nice that
side.
it sticks to everything in here, you know?
And can you smell it?
a good-
it
Oh,
seems
yeah,
Oh,
it's
so
good.
yeah.
And this is good for some of the summertime barbecues, right?
Yeah, it's great for potlucks, picnics, you name it. And it can be made ahead of time, so that's also a bonus too.
If you could make this into a main dish, maybe add some tofu,
Yes,
some
or chicken,
right?
or,
some chicken.
or shrimp.
Yeah.
Or even edamame, like some frozen
Yeah. There
you go.
edamame for another little source of
Okay.
protein. So
How do we?
yeah,
at that.
grilled
Looking.
shrimp even, sky's the limit.
Yes. Okay.
Katie, I gotta be honest, that looks really
That
good.
It does
looks
look
good.
good.
Great job.
A
What
little
are you putting on there?
sprinkle of crushed red pepper
Oh, that was
flakes for
nice.
heat. You can also do jalapeno if you
Okay.
have any in your fridge. And then Jeff, you're gonna finish
Oh,
this
I
off
gotta
with some crushed
evenly
You
peanuts.
gotta
right
have
here.
the peanuts.
If you have any peanut allergies, you can always make the sauce with almond butter.
Oh.
And you could always use cashews instead of peanuts on top.
Yes.
So lots of room to make it adaptable.
And you can
but
even like toast the peanuts if you wanted to or
Yeah,
something.
use the
There you go. Take a
roasted.
peanut.
Hold on, ready? Here
Oh,
we go.
no,
We got
yep.
a drum roll.
Oh, you were so close.
They don't know that I missed that one.
Oh, yay, you did it. This is fantastic. I'm so excited.
Yeah, and so this only takes maybe about 10 or 15, 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, the noodles take about 10 minutes to cook, giving you plenty of time to chop up your veggies and whip up your sauce, and
All right.
you're good to go.
Clean up, I mean, the only tough part is maybe the peanut
the mess
sauce.
I made, yeah.
the mess you made. There you go, that's about it. Or the peanut on the floor when you got
Yeah,
to clean that up.
exactly.
So, all right, for more information on dishes like this, and where can they go and find out?
SaraSullivan.com.
Sounds
All
good.
right,
Can't
Sarah,
wait to
thanks
try
so much.
that.
It does smell amazing. And stay with us. We'll be right back.
I'm going to get a bowl right now.